Lord, Lord, visor. Oh, I got a stupid visor.
For the record, can you please state your government name and your stage name?
My government name is Clay Adderley, C-L-E-Y Adderley. And the stage name would be Qpid, Q-P-I-D, not C-U-P-I, it's Q-P-I.
What drove you to come up with that name?
High school actually, because in high school, I was normally the wingman. People would come to me in their little puppy relationship problems. I'll somehow end up patching the two together.
Oh.
And they started this little thing saying in school that I stand around arrows, marching people up and all that kind of stuff. So when I wanted a stage name, I dated back to high school, government high, and after I just changed up the name of it.
Okay, so you were the Qpid back then.
Yeah, amongst other little short nicknames, I'm pretty short.
So what inspired you to become a musician?
I was always a musician. Dated back from, I guess, primary school. Played the recorder. Fell in love with music from then, and after that, transitioned into grade 7, where I got skilled to learn trumpet and a few other brass instruments, but the trumpet was my main focus. So music was with me in the early stages of my life. So the transition from between, being an actual musician to the stage was kind of easier for me. Someone who really never been in music to transition over, because I know music by heart.
How long have you been in the music industry, really performing on stage and what's not?
I'm still basically fresh. You call me the baby for 3 years now. The first single was in 2011, so I said 3 years now.
On that note of you being the baby in the Bahamian music industry, how did it feel coming up behind the Bahamian music legendaries?
How did it feel coming up? What do you mean?
Like, did you feel any pressure that you would have to have some standard to meet or anything?
It was a bit pressure. See the thing when I came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you look back at most of the entertainers when they came out, like slamming on the radio and stuff, it's like there was no competition on the radios. It was just fresh new music. But on my case, when I first released my new single, there was other stuff happening on the radios, and there was other big artists coming out. Like there was an artist who was in the studio for such a long time. You might know him, D-Mac. He was a big producer, and then he came out made a transition to artist, and then good entertainers like Puzzle. So it was us three just throwing blows at each other on the radios constantly. So I think it was because of them that kind of motivated me to keep getting better. And I'm the type person I would fight you to the death till I win, so to speak.
So would you say that they were embracing of you, or they were difficult in accepting you into the industry?
I would say kind of both, because in life, right, nobody takes you serious until you take yourself serious.
That's true.
People gotta view you as you doing what you love, and there has to be a passion behind it. Once there's a passion behind anything you're doing, simple as picking up the garbage, anything, painting, anything, you will succeed, because the love for it is there. And I think it was the following year when I'm still releasing some songs, and that's when people really say, this guy in this one hit wonder, he really serious about this craft. So that's when I think the embracing of the other old artists started to happen for me. It didn't happen overnight. No, it didn't happen overnight.
So how do you think Bahamian music have changed throughout the past, let's say, decade?
I feel it changed a lot. Actually, I feel in the past 2 years it has made a drastic change, because when I got into Bahamian music, right, when I look at it and I say, you know what, I'm going to do a song, but I don't want to do a normal song that, you only hear when you go to regattas, or you're only going to listen to the song when you're feeling happy or having a drink, or, or the normal stuff, the partying and all that kind of stuff. So I wanted to create music, right, that my generation could relate to. It was all about being relatable to me. I wanted to create a song that was very relatable, and the average man on the street could just stop and listen. I didn't want to actually create songs that you could dance to and just carry on by and just scull the boat and the normal Bahamian music kind of feel. I just wanted to create a song that when I start saying what I say, like lyrically, you will actually stop and listen. And that's how I think my music have captured the attention of the younger folks that is appreciating and loving the Bahamian music now, because when you listen to some songs like the latest song I bring out, Stupid Visor, it's relatable to the average man, I mean everyday people. So I think in the past decade, like in the past 5 years, the transition to Bahamian music, man, it's going in a good way. We just need more of the public support, and who knows in the next 10 years, 5 years, who knows where we will be.
What lasting impression do you wish to leave with the Bahamian people when your era is done?
First and foremost, for me, it's not all about impressions. If I were to die tomorrow, I wanted some of my music to motivate it, even if it just motivate one person just to think out of the box and just to try it. Because when I came into the music, they was like, Claire, you can't sing. There's your voice heavy and you don't have that high pitch, the normal high pitch voice of the other artists.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to create an identity, and I didn't want to change me. I just wanted to create my own sound, my own look, my own personality, my own character. And if that can motivate some other guy or some other girl just to think out of the box and the venture into Bahamian music and come up with their own kind of swag and push the creativity in the Bahamian music, just carry it to the next level. That's what all the impression I want to create. I don't want to see the craft die out, and I don't want to see the craft stay to the same level. So it's going to take people to come after me with bright ideas and big ideas, and who can push the envelope, so to speak, and who have connections and stuff like that. So I urge everyone to come into the field, man. I mean, look at me, man. I'm nothing. I tell people every day, I've been born with no silver spoon in my mouth. I was just a guy that took serious into and believed in what I was doing, and took faith, trust in God, and asked Him to lead me in the right direction. I'm just a guy. I'm a normal guy, man. People don't believe this. I did this by myself. I had the help and the motivation of some senior artists, but at the end of the day, it's based on you. Mm-hmm. People could talk to you as much, they could talk to you for hours. But at the end of the day, if you ain't serious about believing in yourself to take that step forward and doing it, ain't nothing happening. Like they say, you go bring a bowl of water to a horse, but you can't make him drink.
Yeah.
So, the lasting impression I want to create, I just want them to remember me for the different kind of relatable music that I brought into the crowd. I want the music I just want the music to stick, and as long as it can capture one person's attention, I think at the end of the day, my job has been done. So I love the music, man, and it ain't gonna stop now.
You kind of answered this in the previous question, but what is your driving force or your motivation to succeed and continue doing what you're doing? I highlight God in everything I do now. I had to learn that over a period of time, and I
encourage everybody before you want to venture anything. Once you put, you give thanks and praises to God, and you ask Him to take your steps in the right path and guide you and protect you and make sure you make the right decisions, I think things will fall in place. And my motivation is my generation, to be honest with you. And I just want my generation to grow old with me, and to do that, I must keep giving them what they want to hear. And it was overwhelming support from my generation. I say my generation because I'm still in my 20s, and that includes people. That includes people in the teens and the 30s. Now the 40s and 50s, that's a different era. That's a different era. So my motivation is the people, man. People who accepted me, strangers, everybody. Man. I just want to keep it going. But I have to put God first. God first in everything set. And also my son, my 2-year-old boy. I love him to death. So that's also my motivation.
That's good.
Yeah.
So, just for the listeners, do you mind singing a chorus or so from one of your biggest hits?
All right. I'll choose the supervisor, second voice. All right. The second voice goes, if it wasn't for the kids, I'd rather go hustle. He make me so sick, I start the gym just to grow some muscle. Wasn't for the old car loan, Cromwell Bank won't play any yard. Wasn't for that car loan, I will leave my job. But I scared to catch the bus, cause last time I gonna get robbed. Just cause you's my daddy friend, cousin, uncle, son. When you see me pull out this iron bat, you better run. Wasn't for a reference, just to get another job. You're soon out of luck, cause you're full of your stupid visor. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Big shout out to Novie, Pierre. All right.
All right, thank you.
Oh Lord, you got some stupid visors. Lord, visor. Oh, I got a stupid visor.